Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Shauna. Let's get into this. So, hi guys. I hope all is well. If you've been listening, then you know we've been fighting to get through this periodic table, but these messages just keep coming in. So we are cutting into the series topic. Don't worry, I'm going to organize everything momentarily. But I watched a movie, actually quite a few movies, and the Most High just gave me the download not too long ago to go into what an exorcism really looks like. Okay, now of course, we have the movies like The Exorcist and Constantine and things like that. And we have this depiction of what an exorcism looks like, right? Now, if you want to go by the definition, totally Googleable, it's defined as the expulsion or attempted expulsion of a supposed evil spirit from a person or a place, right? The removing of evil spirits. Okay? Now, we have to understand that what we see on TV is someone's overall idea of what something can be, what it looks like, right? What do they say? Art imitates life, okay? I agree. I'm not disagreeing, okay? However, it is important for you to know that if you have changed your behavior, your mindset, your people, your places, your things, if you have got in alignment and have allowed yourself to submit fully to the Most High, then maybe you are an exorcist, okay? Prayer is powerful. Fasting is fundamental. Okay? It's really important for us to be able to cleanse ourselves. And when you have the ability to rid yourself of certain energies, you are carrying out an expulsion. It may not be as dramatic as what we see on TV, but again, this is casting out. Now, some things may be a little more enhanced and or advanced than others, right? Like certain addictions, certain mindsets, certain habits. Okay? This isn't limited to like personalities or, like I said, drugs or things like that. Having a really bad attitude is not limited to that, right? As far as personality and character traits or being impatient. One that I really dealt with and I realized that I had casted out this energy is the spirit of gluttony. Of course, that's just overtly consuming things that you don't need just because it's there, right? Now, I used to, and I still have this really big appetite, but when I went to college, I told y'all the story of how I moved in with some Rastas, and I really thank God for them because not only did they introduce me to eating better, they introduced me to the understanding of the lifestyle of eating better and how it enhances us spiritually, physically, emotionally, socially, right? When you start eating better, it puts you in rooms that you may not have ever been, or in certain stores, around certain people. It enhances your conversation. You're learning about your genetics, right? About biology, about the sources of where our foods really come from and how they're being engineered. That's important. Because if you have children, then you would understand you're feeding your child the same stuff that you want to be able to biologically defend yourself against, right? Again, this is something that's being passed down through the lineage. And you want to be able to combat these things if they are not enhancing the bloodline. Educating yourself is one of the best ways to combat anything. And this is live, so I do apologize for any background noises or, any disruptancies or anything like that. Disruptions. I don't know what a disruptancy is. Okay. So, the main thing here that we need to commit to is, because there's a difference between praying something away and praying it out to stay out. Okay? It's a difference. And the difference is your consistency in prayer, fasting, and just overall diverting your own behavior away from the things that have nothing to do with what it is you should be doing. And of course, that's easier said than done, right? We can want something, and it's true. Sometimes the Creator will keep you in certain cycles to make sure that you learn a lesson. So when He does elevate you, you don't waste any resources that He's giving you on the things that He's removed already. That's when you come in. Your ideation, your willpower, your desires, your strength, the things you really need to focus on, and how much you're willing to protect those things. An exorcist knows that. And I'm not going to name any movies in particular because there's tons out there about how we get the priest, and this person is tied to the bed and we're sprinkling the holy water and speaking tongues and reading scriptures. But none of that works without the faith. None of that continues to work without your prayer and your fasting and your supplication. None of that works without your part being carried out. Meaning, what are you doing to ensure that these things are happening the way they're supposed to the best of your ability? Because again, it's really important and really easy to get ourselves in a position, but how do we maintain that? You want to pray these spirits away. You want to eat better. You want to get more rest. You want to change your attitude. You want to start working out. You want to start reading more. You want to start creating. You want to start, expanding. Right? How do you fine tune? How do you put yourself in a space where you are disassociating yourself from the things that no longer serve you, and transition? And remember, that period where you're going like from the old into the new, that's where you are built. That's where your character is built. This is where all the work is done. Right? That transition from the old into the new. It's not about, sure, it's great to change and elevate and enhance and expand and ascend, but the effort and work that you put into that is the part that makes the reward. There is no reward without the hustle, the muscle, and the bustle. Your hard work, your efforts, your attempts. Okay, when I say attempts, I mean failed attempts. Your consistency. All of those things lead up to the reward. You've gone through so much to get this particular outcome, and then you finally get it. It's like, okay, it could be not smoking, not drinking, not having sex, not doing drugs anymore, not going out anymore. It could be whatever you want it to be. Reading more, praying more, fasting more, connecting more with your family, committing to that business idea. Okay, it doesn't really matter what it is. The overall gist is that you know that you are responsible for carrying out what it is that the Creator said you should be doing. That's just bottom line. That's what this is about. Learning, gaining a better understanding of what the Creator is trying to do through us, with us, and for us. Your concept of self is your concept of self. It's not the Creator's concept of you. Gotta remember that. And the more you get with Him and build with Him, the more you'll see that. We are human. We have our own mind and thought process and understanding, and God has His own. And you have to be willing to learn the difference between the two so you can move accordingly. I wanted to start doing like a book club. There were like a few things I wanted to do. I have a few books that I wanted to suggest some people, but I'm going to get into that when the tutoring starts. I told you guys I'm looking to move. I'm currently residing in a shelter right now, so I don't want to record, but I have an idea and it's gonna be a little different. And I promise y'all I want to do something really nice before the summer is out. I just want to get my ducks in a row a little bit more before I do that. Okay, but also, yeah. Pay attention to the news. We've been looking at a lot of different things. They found a bunch of kids. The ancestors are not playing. Okay? When you start seeing a lot of justice happening, they found a bunch of kids like somewhere. It's just a lot of things being exposed. This is the time of truth, of justice, of revelation, of ascension. Okay? Everything that is hitting is going to be exposed, and you want to be on the right side of things. Those spirits are being cast out. We talked about this. A new portal has been opened. We have to raise the vibration, or the darkness is going to take over. That's just the bottom line. You are an exorcist when you allow the Creator to move and act in your life. When you open yourself up to your own alignment. When you allow the universe to move on your behalf. When you allow your angels to guide you. Okay? You are the exorcist when you cast out all those things and break those habits and start new mindsets and start dealing with new people and having new ideas and new mindsets and all of that. Don't be the vessel that's consuming those bad things, alright? But I'm going to end it here. I do love y'all. I hope y'all got y'all rest, drinking y'all water, eating y'all fruit and vegetables, and minding y'all business. BLT, because it's free. Love y'all. Peace.